This is Dr. Graham. Something told me that I needed to get up and be prepared. I've often, and I put out before, the fact that for a long time, people, and it's still a very popular thing to try to communicate with dead, deceased loved ones, and others who have, as they say, crossed over. And yet, this claim of a God, this claim of a creator that everybody seems to ignore, even though they will ask the deceased one, have you seen Jesus? Have you seen God? Have you talked to God? That question, interestingly enough, is asked. But who's trying to actually communicate? Who is trying to actually talk to this creator, to this God? If you go back and you see in all the ancient writings, including the Bible, the Torah, the Christian Bible, this creator, this God, communicated directly with humans. Somewhere in time, this communication got lost. It stopped for some reason. They want to prove these things, and they do so strangely to me. The spirits of dead humans, the spirits of those, they say, who have passed on. I've learned a lot from other people through my years and years of studying theology and religions and faith and gods and beliefs and so forth, and then in paranormal and spiritualist activities, communicating with the other realm. I've learned a lot. From Ouija boards to seances to psychics to now spirit boxes. One gentleman has his wonder box, communicating with anybody from Robin Williams to who knows who else. But this is what I've come across, and I'm going to share with you now, because this is the God Spirit box. I want to know what God has to say to us. It's comforting to know that there may be an afterlife. It's comforting to know that your mother, your father, grandmother, whomever, may be fine on the other side, sharing messages. But here, listen. You heard. Did you hear? Did you understand those words? What did this Creator, what did God say? Wow. Very simple. Here we are speaking of building walls. Here we are on some parts of the planet. People are starving, living in mud huts, children dying of thirst for lack of clean water. And yet we speak of building walls. We draw lines of demarcation based on nationalism, yet claim that God gave us all this. How dare we have the arrogance to take what God gave freely to every born creature on this planet and hoard it for our personal profit, our personal gain. How dare we? And we wonder, they want to make a claim that it's prayer in school. That's the issue. The lack of prayer in school is the problem. There's no limit to the amount we spend on machines of war, weapons of destruction. But yet, we find it troubling to think that we should provide health care for all. We want to block. We want to control what God freely gave us. We're born. You didn't ask to be born in the United States. You didn't ask to be born in one state, in one town, at one particular time. That was never a given. God did not just bless you because two humans had sex and you were the result of that act. No more than God cursed someone for being born in Africa or Mexico. Is that what you think? Stop, think, turn off the noise, turn up the silence, and listen. God is speaking directly to us today. And His voice is telling us to stop the insanity, to care for each other and the planet, to stop hoarding, to stop denying, to stop refusing based upon man-made lines of division on this God-made planet, His creation. You were born, it was given to you. Just like with your freedoms, the moment you're born, you've got all the freedom in the world, and it's immediately taken away. It's taken away by government, it's taken away by culture, it's taken away by religious institutions. Not God's intent. This was for all. This was for all. You want to stop the insanity in the world? Then stop the hoarding, stop the division, stop the building of walls. Open up God's green planet to all and care for each other. And that is the message from God today. Listen. Listen. He is speaking. Do you hear? Or do you hear Fox News? Or do you hear Donald Trump? Do you hear a politician or a pundit? Whom do you hear? It is your option to listen. It is yours to listen. Please listen. Join me for further communications with the God Spirit Box. This is Dr. Graham.